Security code 4651 Omega.
This is the genie of the courier ship, the Red Moon. Camilla segment, Coriolis Cycles 61. To the beloved Captain Farouq, may the mercy of the icons ever be in your favor. The Red Moon, docked on the Lange cruiser Ghazali, is in transit through the Hamura system, on course for the Tawan system.
Recording.
Security code J3NK1N5. Pilot's log. Why can't things just be simple? We could have been off this bloody rust heap by now, but oh no. Things can't go easily, can they? Now I admit I should probably have been a little more patient with starting up the ship, but well, that is what pig's for. Well, at least we got them back. They're lucky, I kind of like them. Still, the captain's too soft. He thinks he can save everyone. And that just isn't how things work in the Third Horizon. Still, I've not been beaten yet. Take more than some bloody beast to take me down. No, we're nearly out of this. Just keep focused, Carlo. You got this. One thing is certain, we're going to be having words with a lot of people if we get through this alive. A lot of words. Carlo. Signing off. This is Red Moon Roleplaying.
The elevator is going down. Farouq is bleeding in his badly damaged face from the Nikatra blow. You're going down in the ship, further down in the Ghazali. You think that you are heading for the docking bay, but you're not sure. What do you do?
I'm quite bad at myself, so I take a few breaths as we start going down, and then I see the captain holding his face. So I go over to you and I bring out my med kit, and I bring out some antiseptics and a few bandages to start cleaning it up. Hey, let me have a look at that.
Farouq is unconscious, mumbling in Old Daberani.
And I'm trying to put his arms to the side so he doesn't get in my way. I hold him with two of my arms and try to wash and look over the wound with the other two.
Do you have a doctor's bag, or do you have some M-dose, or what do you use? Or is it just...
I have a med kit, so that's +2.
Yeah, and then you can put some painkillers in his face as well.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I get 1 success.
Yeah, Farouq regains conscience, and you stop the bleeding. It's a clean cut. It go from his forehead down his left cheek. You're in pain, Farouq, but the bleeding has stopped.
That's better. Hey, are you with us?
Bakir? Is that you? Bakir, I'm sorry.
No, it's me. It's Pigs. Hey.
What? Pig? Where are we?
We're in an elevator going down. We are probably on the way to the ship. We should be fine. Still on the Ghazali. I'm trying to just patch you up a bit.
What happened?
Nicatra's happened. And I look over to Carlo. Thanks for coming to rescue me. What's the status on the ship?
Well, I suppose that's going to be up to you to tell us, Pig. I perhaps may have made a bit of a mess, inadvertently.
I just sigh and shake my head and keep dabbing Farouq's head a bit with the bandages, trying to get something set.
My hands kind of go up to my face and, slowly start to feel bandages and everything.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, you can't feel the left side of your face. It's maybe the painkillers, maybe something else. You're not sure.
Is it...
Yeah, don't touch that.
Is it bad?
It's a clean slice. Yeah, you're not gonna get any infections, I think, if we just keep it clean. But you're fine, Captain. You're gonna be fine.
Exactly. You'll be fine, Captain.
Yeah. If we get out of here.
Is that supposed to be motivation? The motivational speech from the captain?
Sorry.
Yeah, well, guess you're right.
You are noticing that the elevator starts to slow down, and with a ping, the door opens and you're in the hangar again. But something has changed. There's a lot of people here. It seems like a lot of those people who was in the medbay before have moved to the hangar. They're sitting in groups of 5 to 10 individuals, and the Samaritan is trying to have a pep talk. We can survive this. We are waiting for Komodo Vai. Komodo Vai said that we should get down here. We can survive this. No, it's true. There's at least 50 people or more in the hangar now.
In one way, I'm grateful to see people rather than Nakachas waiting for us, but since having gotten out of my exosuit, I'm not happy to show my, modifications to such a big crowd. People tend to bring out the pitchforks, so I'm staying behind a bit, like trying to help the captain up, trying to hide my arms.
You there! Where have you been? Where is Komodo? The Samaritan looks at you. He's a tall man from the Salos system. He looks like he's in his 30s, but he seems that he's been practicing a lot of asceticism. He's been on a special diet for many segments, so you cannot really tell if he's 30 or 35 or maybe 39. The life as a Samaritan is harsh in the Third Horizon.
We were hit by Nekatra, and if Kamurai is not here, they probably didn't make it. Where did all these people come from?
Komoro sent me a communication call. He said that we should get down here. That he had a ship. There's more people coming down by the service elevator every few minutes. Where is the ship? I just see wreckage of ships. He looks in all directions, and you can tell that he had no idea if a ship is flyable or not.
I frown a little. I check my ammo, which is completely depleted, which makes me frown, so I put my gun back in my holster. And I just sort of eye the captain.
I tried to bite down on the pain and stand up a bit straighter and take a few steps forward.
Who are you?
I am the captain of Red Moon, and, we should all try to get the ships working if we want to get out of here. Everyone with a technical background, start working on the other ships. Because, as it is now, I don't even think the Red Moon's flying. And trust me, we want to get out of here quickly.
You heard the captain. Everybody! He claps his hand.
Get moving! You with technical background, you look through the ships, and me, I'm looking to help the captain out here. He comes forward and he looks at your face. There's a lot of bandages. Is it? Did the professional help you with the wound?
Well, I didn't see any professionals in the corridor where we were attacked, neither in the elevator going down, so no. But we should get to the ship and the med bay there.
Do the Red Moon have a med bay? I can help you out.
It's just a tiny one, but should do the trick, I hope.
He takes your left arm and leads you down the...
I look over my shoulder at Pig and Carlo to join us.
I try to not be noticed by people and just stick close by.
Yeah?
I frown a little, as if we needed another person on board. I suppose things are going as they have to. And I just start making my way quickly to the Red Moon. I'm eager to be on the ship as soon as possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity that starts when the Samaritan brother calls out for action. You see Komodo Bai's crew is standing at the Red Moon. Two of them at least. The other three should be in stasis. You enter your ship and you're entering the med bay. He's inviting you. Sit down, Captain. I have to look over your wound. Sit down, please.
Could I just have 2 seconds with my crewmates? I just need to make sure they arrange a few things. Please.
Okay, of course. He leaves the med bay.
I turn to Pig and Carlo. So, we're fucked?
Well, good thing you got everyone's distracted to get working on the other ships. There was supposed to be one more ship. I don't know. I didn't see. I'm guessing all these people came from the med bay, not the chapel.
They definitely didn't come from the chapel. If I'm correct, and I look at my data slab, I imagine they'll probably all be dead either now or in a few minutes.
Well, yeah, but somebody else could have, it's not just us that could have mounted a rescue operation.
I look at my data slab and bring up the data about the chapel. Is there still a signal coming from there? Has the time run out on their life support?
There's no signal coming from there. And if you're doing some calculation, this should have been out of air for at least 5 minutes.
Well, Pig, hopefully someone else has indeed saved them. Otherwise, it's no longer our concern. What is our concern, Captain, is getting the ship moving.
Yeah.
And then, I guess, getting that cargo and getting out of here.
Yeah. Well, first on our priority is to get the ship working. Are you okay to do that, Pig?
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Yeah.
Maybe if Carlo, if I can get the system started, maybe you can have a look at see how far we're from the star and what time frame we're talking before we things get hairy.
Of course, I'm just going to quickly go back to my quarters and I'll be awaiting you, or rather word from you, in the cockpit.
I'll just do my best to keep the mob outside under control and see what I can do to help them, okay?
I nod and I just head off.
I just need him to look at my wounds first.
That makes sense, but between you and me, be ready when we go to go.
Yeah.
We're not taking everyone on board. We've already got enough on board. I have no idea in the name of the Icons how we're going to convince them all not to stay, help their friends, all that. We don't have time. We need to go. You understand, yes?
I still want us to bring as many as we can.
Your ship, Captain? I sort of frown a little and walk off.
When you're leaving the med bay, heading for the cockpit. Two of Komorovai's hands is stopping you in the middle of the corridor. Hey! Where is Komoro?
No idea. In the heat of battle, he ran off one way, we ran off the other way. Maybe you should go out and look for him.
No way!
Fine.
Are you insane?
I don't know. I assumed you had some loyalty to your commander. If you don't, it's no skin off my back.
They look at each other. Alright. So Komoro is gone. Can we be in some assistance to the Red Moon? At a short glance, you can see that they seem to have some skill in spaceship operation.
Sure, I suppose if you're going to get out of here with us, you could assist on the cockpit, or ask the captain. It's after all not my ship, gentlemen.
I co-piloted a bulk freighter some cycles ago. I can be in help. I can help you out. He slams his carbine over his shoulder and follows you to the cockpit.
Good.
The other one seems disoriented and head down to, you think, the stasis pod, but you're not sure.
Wonderful. And I do stop off my quarters on the way quickly. Naturally, to pick up some spare ammo.
Yeah. You're going through your private stash and find 2 clips. So you can load up your pistol gun.
Excellent. I do so, loading one clip in, put the other one in my pocket, and make my way to the cockpit.
Pig.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm making my way to the reactor core. Is it completely offline or what?
It's running on emergency power, but you're not sure what's happened, and you're not sure what Carlo did to make it shut down.
Well, I'm gonna have a look and make some diagnostics and see what I need to do.
Yeah, you coming to the reactor room, and you take a tabula and look through the diagnostics and the reactor spike.
Yeah.
You see that the system, the AI, have to reboot. It's in a reboot sequence, and it's basically asking you, do you want to reboot, yes or no? Carlo missed it because he didn't went down to the core. He handled it quite stressful.
Yeah, well.
So, are you good at data, Jin, Pig?
Nah, I'm not. I don't talk well with computers. I'm better with just mechanical skills.
Then you're not sure. You think that the reboot should take about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to reboot? Yes or no?
Well, what else can I do?
With your skill set, you had to just reboot and let the software do its course. You cannot do... the ship seems quite unharmed at the hardware.
Yeah.
But maybe some sort of weapon or some sort of cosmic array made the system go down.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe it was Carlo and his bad handling of the ship. You don't know.
Yeah, and I thought something was fried so I could actually do something hands-on, but then I just, I look around all these systems and I see that, there's nothing for me to do here because there's no mechanical parts that needs changing or anything, so I just go over and I press the yes, I want to reboot button.
Yeah, and it starts to reboot. Carlo, meanwhile you're at the cockpit and you starting to flick your system and check the meters and the graphs and the diagrams, but all is shutting down now. And every screen is telling you the same thing. Rebooting system, please wait.
I sigh in annoyance. I've been here before, and I know there's time to have some patience. So I sit back in my cockpit chair, frown, and briefly eye my friend who's come on board. And yes, wait.
I come up to the cockpit after having my run by the reactor, and I say, well, seems like you didn't damage anything, so it's basically just a software reboot.
Wonderful. Yes, I could have saved us all some time, but unfortunately I admit I got a bit impatient. Never mind. Might be worth contacting our friend in the cargo hold.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about her. I bring up my communicator to try and get a signal to Sabitha.
Yeah, you're trying to contact her, but all you get is static white noise.
Damn it. If we're gonna get back there, that's the place that the Nicatras got me. They're quite smart, so they might lie in waiting for us there. We're gonna need the cargo, of course. Do you still have that other gun that I gave you?
Yes, of course. I almost forgot I had it, but then I quickly reach into my coat and throw it over.
The clip is empty.
Thanks. Yeah, I got 2 clips, but I'm guessing those are taken with the grape rifle to the weapon locker. What do you say?
Yeah, and the grape rifle doesn't use the same ammunition as the Vulcans.
Yeah, okay. At least I have something to hit it in the face with, and I put it in my belt.
We'll rely on our new friends to add some backup firepower as well, won't we, friends? I look over to our individual hanging around in the cockpit.
Yeah, of course. I can handle a carbine. No problem. Where are we heading? Who is this a beta? And why should we go down to the...
It's someone on our crew, and we just need to collect something before we leave. It's very important that we do. Don't worry.
Do
As
you
soon as
have
we're in
space for that? Do you have room for that? Shouldn't we just put on survivors? And why should we get some cargo?
What, are you a Samaritan as well? Why do you care?
I'm just thinking that the icons don't take it. All right.
Look, see here. Our employer is a no-nonsense guy. If we don't get him his stuff, we're doomed anyway. See, our lives are on the line, so we ain't got much choice here.
All right. I can follow you to the dock and bay. He pulls forward his carbine.
Good for you. See, we talked out our problems and everything works out wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm sure the icons will praise you for using diplomacy first, friend.
Of course. I'm not a warrior. I'm a pilot. I'm a co-pilot.
I'm not a soldier either. I'm also a pilot.
I snigger at this. Soldier.
Yeah. Then you know. You shouldn't anger the icons when you're out in space. That's
I
blasphemy.
assure you, friend, I've never angered any icons, and if I had, I'm sure they'd have let me know.
Have they? Farouq,
Yes.
the Samaritan is using the different kind of equipment in the medbay to try to mend your wound. It's all going to be fine, Farouq. It's all going to get well. If the icon wants it, your beautiful face will heal. And you feel quite comfortable when he's talking about all is getting well. He's probably trained in some kind of persuasive maneuvers with a tongue. Typical Solosian skill set.
I mutter a prayer to the judge while he works on my face and try to save what's ever left.
Ah, the judge for you. executioner for me. He smiles. The icons have many faces, don't they? No pun intended.
We are in a bit of a problem here, aren't we?
Yes, we are, Captain. Yes, we are. We have at least 60 persons in the hangar bay.
And more coming.
And I can tell, I've been doing some space traveling, that your ship is just suitable for about 20 people.
16.
16 for the portal jumps, right?
Yeah.
So if you're standing and we can go for the Hamura space station. I've been talking to the Coriolis data spider, and he's saying that we are at the time being in the Hamura system.
Yeah.
How many do you think you can fit in the ship if everyone's awake, standing? How many? How many souls can you say, Captain?
I don't know, 40 maybe, if we're really cramped together. But it won't be easy, because it will affect the handling of the ship as well.
But 40 is better than 16. And the rest could go in the emergency pod.
Yeah, and we need to get people to the emergency pods as quick as possible. I think we're running out of time. But I think, to be honest, they would listen more to you than to anyone aboard the ship at this moment. So I think you should probably see if you can make them understand the direness of the situation.
Of course, Captain. I will talk to them at once. Take these pills. You will feel sedated. I wouldn't lie to you, but the pain is going to be much worse. I assure you. May the icons be merciful. He leaves the med bay and starts running down the corridor out to the main hangar.
I'll flick on my communicator. Pig,
Yeah.
I have an idea how we can fit as many people as possible into the ship and still get to cargo.
I'm listening.
Well, if you're up to it. Okay, nothing says that the cargo need to be in our ship, right? It could be on our ship or after our ship.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the nature of the cargo is, but if it was something that were alive, I think we would know. You're thinking we do some sort of strapping it on the outside sort of solution?
It's the only way to get both the cargo and people out of here.
If you think it's gonna, I'm not sure. I mean, we got a Harima Courier ship. The outside is smooth and nice. We're made to look nice, not practical on the outside.
I know, but we only need to make it to the portal station, okay?
Yeah. Well, if those people are gonna come on board, maybe they can help us with that. And maybe they can be, maybe we could send some of them in and lose them to the Nicatras before we work as well to decimate the numbers. Yeah, well, it's worth a try.
I think you can make it work. If anyone can, you will. I trust in you, okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna start going over the anything that we can attach things to on the outside and see whatever parts there's still in the hangar.
Yeah. I'm gonna join the Samaritan outside and try to talk to the people. Gonna try to get as many as possible to the escape pods and see if we can find any other ship that works. Okay.
Yeah, and see if you can get anyone helping out with this as well, finding this stuff. I'm not sure, I'm not completely comfortable moving out there with all these people looking, but any help would be good. I was just on my way to the chapel there to pray forgiveness for all the prayers that have been taken for granted, but now I see that there's stuff to do, so... Well, I go to the workshop and the storage unit to see if there's anything there that I can use to perhaps help sticking things to the outside of the ship.
Okay, you're running down the cargo bay at the Red Moon to see what you can use to make some kind of improvised
Towing thing, I guess.
Yeah. Carlo,
Yes.
you can roll an observation roll to see if you can calculate how much time it will take for the Red Moon to reboot.
Observation, right, so... No successes.
You have no idea, but you can tell by the process bar that it's going slow.
Wonderful.
And you don't know what you can do to speed it up, but you do remember that the AI of the Ghazali told you that you are being dragged by the gravitation of the Hamura star towards the Hamura star, and you don't know how many hours you have left.
Wonderful. Well, all I know is that we either leave soon or we don't. All I can do is sit. I do get out of my cockpit at this point, and was I in the conversation you two just had, Farouq and Pig?
Yeah.
I had left the cockpit. I was on my way to the chapel to pray, since we had so much time left,
But didn't you have it on the communicator?
Yeah, well, I think we have a...
A channel? A Red Moon channel? Yeah?
I briefly communicate to the captain. You know, Captain, putting all these things on the ship itself might be doable. It's very likely that if anything goes wrong at all, we're probably going to lose some of that cargo. Just saying.
Yeah, well, there's a slight possibility that if anything goes wrong at all, we won't even get off this ship, so I'm willing to take that risk.
I suppose the other question is, if we do make it out of this alive, what story are we going to be telling all these people who are going to, wherever they go, talk about a bunch of people on a ship who are carrying interesting cargo?
It's our dead family, okay? It's their remains, and we just want to bring them home for a proper burial.
Awful lot of dead family, Farouq.
I have a very big family. Lots of cousins and aunts and uncles.
Ah. Alright. Well, I give you a status update. As far as I know, we're going to be sitting here for at least another hour before we can even move. I sure hope our friends outside don't get testy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and see to that.
Fine.
Pig,
yeah.
you're in the cargo bay and you're looking for something to make some kind of... What did you call it?
Well, I suppose I'm gonna try and make some sort of towing mechanism. If we can either put the cargo on the outside of the ship somehow, or drag it behind us, like the captain suggested, maybe with a big wire and a net.
You can roll an observation roll and see what do you find.
Yeah, and I got 2 spare parts as well from... Wait, maybe I don't have those anymore. Maybe they're in the cargo bay of the Ghazali, because I got dragged away.
Yeah, but you have some spare parts in the cargo bay for the Red Moon.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Observation. That's 1 success.
You find a steel wire. You've seen the steel coffins that the beta was presenting to you, and you should probably be able to put at least some of them in some kind of attachment to the Red Moon. It should not be safe for the cargo, but still could work. But
All right.
in theory, you're not sure if it's going to work in the practical manner.
Captain,
Yeah.
your solution might work, but yeah, it's not going to be safe, and we're probably gonna try and get these people off the ship as soon as possible so we can actually load these things properly.
I'm working on it, okay? I'm thinking the closer to the hull, the better. So maybe some kind of harness to strap them to the ship or something. But you're probably the better to know if that way works or not.
Yeah, we don't have all the parts for that, but maybe if we find more things in the actual storage bay, but that's a huge place to search through, so...
Well, thanks for giving it a try at least. I wouldn't be okay with leaving everyone behind.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we find. Pig out.
Okay, Farouq, you're heading out for the Samaritan and the crowd outside.
Yes, I want to make sure everyone understands the situation, the graveness of it, and that we need to start getting people to the escape pods as well.
Yeah, when you leave the Red Moon, you're walking right into a quarrel between the Samaritan brother and a woman with dashing robes, red and purple robes. She has a crystal ball in her left hand. She has a veil before her face, but you can see that her eyes is burning with ecstasy. And the Samaritan looks really ferocious, and he says, "Blasphemy! How can you say that? I should leave you here, woman!" And the new actor on the field is moving in some strange ways, and she said, "We are all here to meet our doom. It's our destiny to go into the star of Hamura. The emissary, you cannot tell that they are the icons. This is outrageous. Embrace your destiny." And the quarrel is between these two parts, and you see that some of the survivors are really listening to this mystic, and they seem like they're convinced that the fate is to die here in the Hamura system, to go into the star and to be a martyr of the rescue operation.
Do I recognize her in any way? Does she wear clothes of some faction or something? Do I know if she's part of a church or something?
No, she don't look that she's with the Seekers nor the Church of Mira. She looks that she's some form of esoteric mysticism. You don't know, but something strikes you when you see her. She is in some way familiar, like Sabetha. Maybe you have seen her before.
I take a couple of steps towards them and raise my hands and kind of try to step in between in the argument.
She smiles when she sees you. Ah, the beautiful Captain Farouq can tell you, Samaritan, that this is our fate, right? Farouq, didn't we have an understanding before that the icons are whispering about great deeds that should be accomplished here in the third horizon before the downcome of the new era, right?
That might be, but there are people that struggles to accept their fate. And
they don't have to struggle anymore. Just sit down and embrace their doom.
But how can they embrace it when you kind of gets everyone anxious when you talk about this in front of everyone. Tend to those who has accepted their fate and make sure that they can truly give themselves to their destiny instead of spreading more doubt and worry amongst people who are not ready yet.
I'm confused hearing these words from you, Captain. When we prayed together, you told me such beautiful things about what you're feeling inside, what is growing within you. A lot of people are starting to look at you in a strange way. You told me that you felt it. The awakening. Didn't you? Before we went to the Ghazalis together. Her jet black eyes is piercing your soul, and you feel that something in her words are right, true. But as well, something feels... Don't you feel it anymore, Farouq? The hand of the emissaries have touched your spirit. Is this true? The Samaritan is shaking in rage. Are you a heretic as well? Are you saying that the emissary are the icons, Farouq? Tell me! I healed your face!
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm trying to make the best of a very, very, very dangerous situation. And this does not help in any way. I cannot tell if you're right, if she's right, or if I'm right. I just know one thing, and that is that if we don't get people to the emergency pods now, well, we will all find out whether or not the icons will wait for us.
Roll a manipulation roll. You can add +1 because it was quite emotional speech, and the bandage around your head is really telling that the situation is grave.
1-6.
You may convince some, but not all, and you're definitely not convincing the Samaritan brother or the ecstatic mystic. They both look at you. You're garbage to them. You're a liar. You seems like you're trying to stand on both sides here, but they don't buy it. There's no middle ground in this.
No, I kind of ignore them and just walk past them and start trying to get people to understand that they need to get to the escape pods.
Yeah, those fair few, about 1/3 of the survivors that's in the hangar, is nodding, saying, yeah, we should get to the escape pods. But another character, you have seen her before. She was with the Comoro crew. Why couldn't we all be on the Red Moon? Farouq, you told us that you had space.
I told you we had space when we were like 12 people. Now we're 60, 70? I don't know. Do you think all of us can fit into the Red Moon?
I could. Yeah.
And I said you...
If everybody should stand, we can stand. We can stand in the ship, the corridors, the med bay, and...
I've been thinking about that as well, but we still wouldn't be able to fit more than 40 people, if even that many. So we need to find options, we need to find alternatives, we need to find a ship that's working, we need to find someone that can get them in working shape, or we should get people to the escape pods. And we should do it now, because time is running out. We're getting sucked into the star.
She looks down and says, all right,
So are you helping or not?
Yeah. Like I said, a third of the survivors is starting to make their way to some kind of other solution than the Red Moon. The other 2/3 is still excavating the other ship to see what luck the icons have stored for them. And both the Mystic and the Samaritan brother walks in different directions, frowns at you. Heretic. Imposter.
It kind of gets my blood boiling, because I mean, a Samaritan should always look to the better of the people. This is petty.
Yeah. Definitely, you're thinking, and that's what the story says, that the bulletin tells you that the Samaritan brothers are kind, that they see through religious differences, but hey.
Yeah.
Pig, you have more or less made the improvised scaffold ready.
Yeah. Okay, and attach it to the salvage station where I'm working.
You overheard the conversation, but you're not paying too much heed to the squabble between the two factions.
Yeah.
You used half of the spare parts of the Red Moon to make the scaffold work. You don't really know how much the weight is for the steel coffins.
Yeah.
In zero gravity, it wouldn't make any difference, but you have to still count the mass, so it should not be a problem when you accelerate the Red Moon. But it should hold. And you can roll a technology roll to make some adjustments if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to do one last check of it, because, well, while we have time, things are gonna have to move quick after this. So let's see. I got one success.
Yeah. Based on your memory of the cargo lift should hold for the mass of the cargo. Probably, maybe, but you've done your preparation, and that's all you can do, right?
Yeah, I rub my forehands together and some sweat off my forehead, like, well, there goes nothing. And then I go to my quarters, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna bother with taking on my corset and my cloak to hide from these people. What do I think? Is it gonna be dangerous to show myself?
It feels like they got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, okay, and I'm gonna need all the strength I can have, so I consider that for a bit, but yeah, surely people will care more about just getting off the ship than they can start a lynch mob when we're far away.
Sounds reasonable. Carlo,
Yes.
like Pig, you overheard the conversation between the two factions in the hangar. What you do next? Your new co-pilot is looking at you. Should we go down and get the cargo, or
We have to wait
what should we do?
till the ship can move. We can't do anything. As much as I'd like to be getting things moving along as quickly as possible, it just isn't an option right now. I don't like sitting on my thumbs any more than you do, friend, but there's not much we can do.
Aren't you a pilot? Have you checked the hangar door? Is the ED field disabled? Is it even possible to leave the Ghazali without disconnecting the ED field? Or do you have some icebreaker for that? And then it hits you like a cold shim up your spine that this person, this co-pilot is right. You have to disconnect the ED field so you can leave with your ship.
What happens if you don't disconnect the ED field?
You will hit an invisible wall. It's a force field, more or less.
I confess, I thought that with all the damage the ship had taken, the ED field would be down. But I shall now quickly, using my data tablet, check its status.
Ah, Sahib Salah. How can I be of service to you?
Ah, Suleiman, wonderful. You wouldn't be a good AI, would you, and disable the ED field?
I would love to, Sahib, but you have to do it from the command bridge. I don't have authority to disable the ED field.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Suleiman. As always, you are extremely useful.
Yes.
You can go.
I just want to say something. 4 minutes ago, the reactor cooling system stopped functioning. Multiple attempts to shut down the reactor has failed. The system is in a critical compression. Time to critical meltdown is T-minus 58 minutes.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for
I
telling me that,
repeat,
Suleiman.
the critical meltdown is T-minus 57 minutes.
Shaitan! I need that data spider. Oh, wonderful. Do I have any idea at this stage where that data spider has got to?
Farouq, before you had the encounter with the Nikatra, ordered the Komorovai crew into stasis pod.
I'm going to go to his status pod and get him out of it.
You're leaving the cockpit,
Yes.
quite embarrassed for the co-pilot correcting you with the ED field. But hey, you've been a lot of stress lately, right?
Yes.
You go into the stasis area for the Red Moon, and you see that the Komodo Y crew is about 4 or 5 persons, and when you look through the stasis pod, you cannot find the data spider.
And yet he's supposed to be here, isn't he?
Yeah, you ordered him to go here. Why didn't he listen?
I start doing a very impatient search of the ship. I know where to go, obviously, so I just start looking around, seeing if anybody's skulking about anywhere.
You can use data gem.
Even better, I think to myself as I take out my security tablet and try and find this guy's location. One success.
You find a signal of the data spider, and it looks like he is working some kind of system in the far side of the ship. You're at the lower side, and you can see within different blueprints that this is the other docking bay for a small courier ship like yours.
So he's actually left the Red Moon and is on another ship in another docking bay.
Yeah, he's still on Ghazali, but
Oh,
he's
right.
in another docking bay, probably working with another crew or another ship.
I'm going to try and communicate with him via the security tablet.
Yeah. No problem. You can ping him.
Funny place to be, considering you're supposed to be in a stasis pod, friend.
Ah, Carlo, the other data spider. How's it going with the Red Moon? Have you left yet?
No. Funny story. The ship's main reactor is going to go to full meltdown in about 58 minutes, and we haven't disabled the ED field. You can only do that by getting to the command deck. Now, as there's no way in hell we're getting to the command deck in 56 minutes probably by this point, we're going to have to access it remotely. If you want to get off the station as I'm sure you do, you're going to need to help me remote access it.
One step further than you, Carlo. I have disabled the ED field on this side of the ship, but not on your side.
Oh, wonderful. What, you're planning on abandoning all your friends on our ship and flying out yourself?
I'm already here with my new crew. And I can tell you that one of your old friends is here as well. You hear a voice, a familiar voice. Ah, hello Carlo. This is Sabetta. Have you missed me?
Of course we've missed you, Sabetta. We've been trying to contact you.
In vain, I suppose.
Well, yes.
You should never trust implanted memories, Carlo. You of all persons should know that.
What?
So, the cargo, you don't have to worry about it. I got it at the Fatima's gift. We're about to leave, and you're about to die. Sorry, I didn't make you rich. It was just a fake memory. You will never be rich. You will die here at the Ghazali.
In these times of trial and utter darkness, I turn to the icons for light and guidance. May the traveler hold my path steady and true. May the judge weigh my actions and my soul justly. May the messenger carry my soul's purpose through the stars. In these times of chaos and inner turmoil, I turn to the icons for love and acceptance. May the deckhand give me the tenacity to carry on. May the merchant teach me the true value of things, and may the gambler forever keep me on my toes. In these times of silence and downturned faces, I turn to the icons for strength and honor. May the Lady of Tears greet my soul as a kind companion, and may the Faceless accompany me on my soul's quest. May the dark between the stars never take foothold within. In this time of doubt and hesitation, I turn to the icons for all. Have mercy on our souls.
This is Suleiman of the cruiser Ghazali. Initiating discharge routine. Searching. 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 3 vessels found. 2 logged to the Ghazali's mainframe. 1 possible secure location. Recovering data from vessel Al-Ahmar Al-Ahmar. Override in 3.
Security code 4 6
2
5
1. Assuming direct control.
This is Red Moon Roleplaying.
I kind of visually scrunch my nose a little, taking a deep breath. Very well. Although you should know, I never gave a fuck about getting rich. But, humor a dying man, are you telling me the entire story you told us was a load of rubbish? We never came with you with the cargo to this ship?
Of course not. We tried to make a deal, but you turned me down, and I implanted your memory of me, but in some way the stasis amnesia made it all fuzzy. But I recognized you, and you were acting quite strange in the medbay, so I took the chance. And you helped me to collect the cargo, then I let the Nekatras in, and I hope your crewmate, Pig, isn't in such a bad shape. I saw the Nekatras dragging him down the corridors. But hey, what did you expect? This is the third horizon, right? You cannot expect to trust anyone.
Fair enough.
So, Carlo, enjoy your last 56 minutes of life. Goodbye.
I almost laugh a little, because a little part of me thinks I knew that I wouldn't have agreed to any of those things. Oh well. Great. I'm going to go to the cockpit and attempt to access via remote the command center by myself.
Yeah. Quite stressed. Sweaty palms, sweaty forehead. You're running to the cockpit.
Yes, the way I see it, if I can't disable the goddamn field, we're fucked.
Probably.
At this point, as I get into the cockpit, I look at my fellow co-pilot. Out of interest, do you have any idea how to run even a basic computer system?
Of course. I have some data training.
Wonderful. I'm going to hook my security tablet into our main ship computer. You are going to look at that monitor over there, even though the whole system is still rebooting. The electricity is still working. I'm going to try and boost the signal of my security tablet so I can attempt to remote access the ship's computer in the main command area and try and disable the field from here. Easy, right?
Yeah, you seem stressed, Carlo. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm fine. If anything, things just got a lot simpler, which is a good thing for you.
Okay, I'm trying to haywire the data log, but I need an energy source. I have my communicator. I can put it up to the main system, the mainframe, right?
Yes. Oh, so I contact Pig. Pig, buddy, you still getting ready to put cargo on the outside of the ship?
Yeah, I got all this sorted. I rigged the sort of towing mechanism. We should be fine to bring the cargo on.
Wonderful. First of all, Pig, shut up. Second of all, Pig, stop doing all that. Get into the engine room. What I need you to do is give me as much energy as possible. If I don't access the command deck computer via remote right now, we've all got about 40, probably 45 minutes at this point before we all die.
Sure. And I, seeing as I just finished things up, I get a bit confused, but he seems stressed, so I'm just gonna go and see if I can divert the power.
Yes. You're running to the reactor and see if you can shut down the modules of the ship and divert it to the cockpit. Roll a technology roll.
Just gonna shut down the arboretum. My poor onions that I'm growing. 2 successes.
Yeah, the ship is shutting down. The reboot sequence is still intact, but you're focusing all the power to the cockpit of the ship, and you're getting a strong signal, Carlo.
How's that for you?
That will do. I get ready to attempt to manually, via remote, access the main command computer of this station. As I'm doing this, I very briefly spare one thought to something. If everything she said was implanted, we still have no idea why the fuck we're even on this station. But I don't have time to think about that now. I have to focus.
You can roll a data gene roll.
one success.
You're so close. You're getting into the first firewall. You're getting through the second firewall. But when you're in there, you have to turn down the ED field manually from the command bridge.
I take a deep breath, and I start trying to calculate. I remember that originally we were going to the cargo bay, which we're not doing now. Can we fly near the command bridge without triggering the ED field?
You cannot leave the hangar. But if you're using the elevator, you can take it as close to the command bridge as possible. Then you can access the command bridge from there. If the icons are smiling, you could probably reach the command bridge, disable the ED field, and then return to the Red Moon.
All within, at this point I'm guessing, 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah. You're looking at the process bar, and the reboot system is about 50% ready. And it should be ready. It will be close, but
Why does all the universe not like me today? Wonderful. Okay. Captain,
Yes.
and I patch in Pig as well. So, here's a funny story.
Yes.
We need to go to the command deck to disable the ED field. If we don't do that within the next 40 minutes, we cannot leave the station. And we will die because the reactor's going to shut down and we're screwed if that happens. Also, funny story, we don't need to go to the cargo bay anymore. Sabetta played us. We never were part of any operation for our sponsor. There's nothing to do with that cargo with us. It was all some plan of hers and her data spider friend, and they're all going to leave on their ship and leave us to die, funnily enough. So, the good news is we don't need to worry about the cargo anymore, but as you can see, we do need to worry about getting to the command bridge now. I'll see you outside the ship.
Yeah.
Cut your comm.
Shit.
I just slump next to the reactor, hearing this. Captain,
Yeah.
what are we?
Let's get to the command bridge, I
Wait.
guess.
We're not getting the cargo.
No. Sorry for that. Had no idea. But there was something that didn't sit right with this entire thing from the beginning. Let's just act instead of,
Yeah, can we bring any armed people, anyone that has a gun, come with us and do this? If they just realize how severe this is, maybe, we got no choice. We're gonna need as much people as possible.
Yeah.
I'll get my exosuit, but I don't have any ammo for my gun.
No, neither do I. But we will hopefully get that when we get to command bridge. Let's go. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can get a few people with us.
You want me to come along too, Captain?
And no, to be honest, someone needs to stay with the ship so that we still have a ship
Yeah.
when we get back.
Yeah, thanks. See if you find Alexandra for me.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'll keep an eye out for her.
Oh, and Pig?
Yeah.
Sabetta sends her regards. She said the Nakatra on you, pretty much.
That doesn't make any sense. She was in the room with me.
Clearly, she expected you to get killed, as you almost did when she got away. If you remember, you did almost die, and she got away.
Yeah. Go get our things. Go get things done and come back here in one piece, okay?
No problem. And I wait outside impatiently for Farouq.
okay, Carlo. You're leaving the Red Moon. You loaded your pistol and you're standing at the entrance of the ship. Farouq is joining you, and you're heading towards the elevator.
Yes.
Yeah. Did I manage to get anyone to come with us with weapons?
You can try.
Yeah.
You can try.
Yeah.
But how do you present this delicate situation?
Yeah. Not at all.
Do I see Farouq hesitating? Is he actually hesitating, or?
Yeah, you think that Farouq, from his wounds, his silver patois, is somewhat displaced at the moment.
I look at Farouq, sigh a little, and just remark quite bluntly to anyone nearby, listen, long story short, if you want to live, come with us now. If you want to die, stay here. We're going. Come on, Captain.
Yeah. I look at you thankfully and nod and glance at the other people around and start walking towards the elevator.
Your new co-pilot is joining you because he is somewhat knowingly about the situation, but two other people, two deckhands, is okay. What can we help you in some way? Farouq and Carlo, right?
Yes, you can. Come with us. We're going to the command deck. Hopefully everything will be fine. We'll do a little bit of shutting something down, head straight back, and then good news, we'll be just in time for the ship to hopefully fly. And we're flying straight out. And at this point I look to my co-pilot guy. Yeah, don't worry about the cargo. You're right. We've all realized. What's cargo over human life, eh?
I'm glad that you've taken responsible for your actions, Saib. I'm so glad. Let's head for the elevator and shut down the ED field, right?
Yes.
You all enter the elevator and you're going up. You're looking at the blueprints and you're seeing that the command deck is under the last floor of this elevator. And when you presses the last floor, it will lift the command. So probably some kind of damage has hit the command bay. You cannot reach it through the elevator.
Suleiman?
Saib?
Suleiman, the atmosphere on the command deck.
Yes.
Is it possible for us to walk out into the command deck? We only need to access the ED field controls, so we don't really need to go onto the deck itself, so can you set some shielding up, make the atmosphere in there fine?
I'm sorry, Saib. The command deck is gravely damaged by some kind of some kind of I would say I cannot tell you. You don't have security clearance for that.
As Suleiman is telling me all these things he can't do, can I start just very casually, I've taken my security tablet with me, attempting to once again break through his personal access security?
You can tell that Suleiman really don't know some kind of exterior damage to the ship. It's all that Suleiman can produce in his data flow.
I'm less concerned with what he knows and more concerned with forcing him to create some sort of stasis field or something that at least gives us some atmosphere. We don't have time to go back down and get exosuits. So much time is getting wasted here.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I cannot produce a stasis field over the command bridge, but I can point out
Some exosuit at this level.
the highest level of the ship.
As well, you new co-pilot. Yeah, we used airlock 5B to get the weapons. We just did a quick run at the command bridge, just getting the weapons.
All right.
You can use this one.
Fine. I apologize, Captain. Every single thing we do on this ship has another problem attached to another problem. But look on the bright side. We don't need to have a talk anymore. Turns out I was right, at least. We both wouldn't have agreed to this stupid mission.
Let's just, I don't know, make the best of a situation.
On the speakers on the entire ship, Suleiman declares,
Warning. The reactor cooling system stopped functioning. Multiple attempts to shut down the reactor has failed. The system is at critical compression. Time to critical meltdown is T-minus 30 minutes. I repeat, time to critical meltdown is T-minus 30 minutes.
Pig, you see at your sensor that there's a lot of activity outside in the hangar.
Oh shit.
Its panic is spreading.
I'm not sure what to do. I'm pacing back and forth down by the reactor. I've reset the energy to the rest of the ship. But, yeah, people are gonna want to get out of here. And I don't want to meet people. I want to stay away from a crowd of people. So I'm gonna hide down here. But I'm gonna say that over the comms. Fellas, that message you just heard from Suleiman, people are not, well, they're reacting as you'd expect them to.
Yeah, I would expect so. We will be taking as many people as we can when we leave, but we need to be able to leave, that's the thing. And Red Moon isn't starting any time soon, I guess.
Pig, you glance at the process bar and it's about 80 or maybe 85% done in the reboot.
Well, we're 4/5 through. Do you want me to start getting people on the ship?
Yeah, if you can, in an orderly fashion, but I guess that's off the table.
Okay, well,
yeah.
let's see what I can do. And I start making my way towards the dock. And when I get there, I try to grab attention of people, like saying, "Oh, all right, we're gonna start loading people onto the ship now. You can get inside the arboretum, use the stasis pods, find any place you can stand. Just try to get in one by one, and we're not getting out of here until the captain's back anyway. So there's no need to rush."
Can you use manipulation to try to calm the crowd?
Nope.
You're quite stressful addressing these people, and they're getting more stress because you're quite twitchy behavior, and they start to storm the Red Moon. We need to get out of here! This is crazy! We are going to die! And if you try to stop them, you are going to be overrun.
Yeah, no, I step to the side. Captain, they are... Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I think,
We're going
it's
to
a
die!
boarding call. Final boarding call for Red Moon.
We'll be there as soon as we can, okay? Just keep them from trying to take off, because if they do before the ED field is down, well, that's game over anyways.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to follow along the crowd and get up to the cockpit.
I very casually remark at this point, Pig, would it have killed you to close the doors? Too late now.
Fuck you, Carlo. Fuck you, you Sinizgan piece of shit. Go to hell. You fucking get up, shit done.
I turn off the comm.
Pig, you're fighting your way.
After having that last comment from from Carlo there, I'm completely deflated. I'm gonna try and go and hide somewhere where I can't be found. I'm gonna maybe even hide myself in the secret stash. I'm not sure.
You can roll infiltration to sneak out of the crowd's eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. No success.
No success. Okay, there's people everywhere. You cannot go unnoticed. You have more crew than you thought that was able to fit the Red Moon. There are people everywhere. It's in the medbay, the arbitorium, the facilities, the cockpit, and everybody is frightened to death and they're screaming, "We don't want to die! Please help us! In the mercy of the icons, please, the gambler, the judge, the traveler." And people some start praying, some start scratching the interior of the ship, and it's crazy. It's a madhouse in the middle of the Red Moon. Farouq and Carlo, you are closing the airlock with exosuits.
Yes, it's been a very quick putting one on. I quickly assisted Farouq, and I'm now moving forward as fast as possible, as I do, muttering to Farouq, "Well, Captain, any luck? Maybe some of them will start killing each other on board the ship before we get back."
Yeah. I don't even know what to make of the situation anymore.
Focus, Captain.
Yeah.
All we can do is all we can do.
Yes, that's true.
Time to critical meltdown is T-minus 20 minutes.
Suleiman,
I repeat.
you shut down the warning message. We get it.
Of course, Sabe.
Thank you.
I always...
And yes,
You're standing in with new exosuits, and you are ready to enter the vacuum of the cold space.
I always hated this part. I don't... Yeah. Here we go.
You are leaving the airlock, and you're starting to take the walk to the command bridge. There's the new co-pilot, and the other two is waiting at the airlock. And you're moving in ultra rapid, getting closer and closer to the command bridge.
well, at least there's not going to be any Nakatra.
You have to remind me.
I smile a little, even though I'm really not in a mood for smiling, but sometimes I smile at those exact moments. I also briefly look at Mr. Co-Pilot and say, "Did you have a name?"
Yes. My name is Hakim.
Hakim. Well, Hakim, help us out now, and you might be one of the few people we actually consider getting out of this alive.
Yeah.
He points towards the command bridge.
There, we enter through there. The breach. Can you see it?
And yeah, you can clearly see it. It's some kind of exterior damage to the Ghazali have made a huge hole at the command bridge. And you, Carlo, you are certain that this was some kind of strategic weapon that made this hull breach. There's no chance in the whole third horizon that a solar flare or another radioactive or portal energy should be so precise in their strike against the Ghazali. This was some kind of torpedo.
This whole sector's dangerous as it is. Stupid to come here. No time to focus on that. I move forward. I need to get to a console. That's all I need to get access.
Yeah, you're heading towards the command bridge and you're entering the command bridge. You see a monitor flickers. You see a lot of cords hanging down the ceiling. What's left of it. You're standing here in zero vacuum. You see data pads, tabulas float in the zero G. You see some crew is tangled up in cables as well.
I try and not focus on that. Suleiman,
Yes, I...
kindly direct me to the closest console that would have access to the EDI fields for our cargo bay. Please.
Yeah. You see the center of the command bridge. It resembles a throne with all the different monitors and commands that should be accessing different parts of the ship.
I head there and I briefly pause to look at Farouq and remark, "You all right, Captain?"
Yeah, I'll see if I can find our weapons.
Good idea.
Yeah, Farouq is venturing into the command bridge. Carlo, you see that 2 screens are flickering, and you see that the first one is from emergency beacon that was sent from the Saphira. And you, as a pilot, remember that Saphira is a Legion star cruiser. And the message is abort. Abort, we are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack. Evasive maneuvers, evasive. The other console has the message, warning, instant patterns in the portal field, anomaly detected, unidentified sensor echo, warning, prepare for impact, hull injury in sector 12, maneuverability down at 38%, decompression in sector 3, 6, 8, 19, reactor spike detected, emergency protocol enabled, fire probes in 3, 2, 1, warning, prepare for impact.
So I'm thinking to myself, this all sounds like there was something wrong with the jump. But then, maybe that was just a decoy, because then something attacked the ship, right?
This is a good theory, but to be sure, you should extract the emerald disc of the Ghazali. You could access it at the command bridge in the command throne that you are sitting in right now.
It occurs to me there's no reason not to. I briefly extract the crystal. Maybe I'll look at that later. But then I slot in my data pad to quickly find out where the ED field controls are.
Yes, you can roll a data gene.
1 success.
No problem. With the security tablet, you are accessing the last firewall of the Ghazali, and you are disabling the ED field. the entire ED field. You realize that the other half in the starboard side is already disabled.
Out of interest at this point, do I know if the other ship has left by this point?
You can see in the sensors that the Fatima's gift is leaving the Ghazali as we speak.
Could I turn on the ED field on their side again?
Yeah, but it will probably won't hinder them. They are about 2 clicks from the Ghazali.
Never mind, then. I know to respect an opponent when they beat you fair and square. I will very quickly, though, just make a little note of their ship's ID and specs to save onto my security tablet. And then I stand up, and I look to find Farouq calling out, "All right, now we just get our weapons, get on the ship, get out of here."
Have I located the weapons?
You located a security locker. The first one with the security class A has been opened with the data spider from the Fatima's gift. The other has a security class B, and you don't have the security card. You are suspecting that your gear is in the other security locker. You know that the first locker is probably more for the crew, standard issue, Vulcan carbines, some Vulcan pistols.
Yeah. I take it I can't, open this by myself, so... Carlo, I think I need your help over here, or, well, maybe you can do it from where you are.
What?
There's some security lock on it. Security B?
I see. Alright, just a moment. I'll quickly go to my console and see if I can force open the door from the computer panel.
There's no connection between the mainframe and the security locks. They seem not attached to the system.
I sigh a little, get out of the seat, walk over to Farouq, and get out my mechanical lockpick. That might be a bit more useful.
How are we on time?
Who knows? Let's just open this, get out. If the ship's ready to go, we can go, and if it's not, then, well, we would have been too late anyway.
Pig.
Yeah.
The red moon flickers and all the lights is turning on, and
Reboot sequence.
Completed.
The Red Moon is ready to launch.
a wave of joy is spreading through the ship, and they're cheering. Oh, we're getting out of here. We're going to survive, right?
Are they asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting out. Captain should be here any minute now.
Okay. We shall we just wait?
The most important thing is that you keep an area clear so that the captain and the pilot can get straight in. We got a co-pilot with us as well, so this should be a quick takeoff. Just make sure you keep a path open so they can just run in and get off, okay?
All right. They're standing real still. They're just looking at you, and they're waiting.
And I wring my hands and I nod to them. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. They can I hear what they're doing? Because I know Carlos turned off his comm.
I would have turned off my comm, but I don't think Farouq would have.
No.
Yeah, okay, so I'll hail Captain then. Captain, are you there?
Yeah. We're trying to get our weapons, but we'll be there.
Rebirth sequence is done. Ship's ready.
Splendid. Do you have anyone there that can start it up? I don't know if you should try to come and get us here or if we should go back. No, just make sure you're ready to launch as soon as we get there, okay?
Yeah, we're ready. How's the ED fields coming along?
I look at Carlo. ED?
ED's down. ED field is down.
Yeah, ED's down, so we're good to go as soon as we get back.
Yeah, just hurry, okay?
Yeah.
Did you check how long you got left for the reactor spike?
We're totally living in denial here, so no. I don't want to know.
Okay, Carlo, you're getting your lockpicks out and you're heading for the security locker.
Yes. And I go up to it and I attempt to jimmy it open using the mechanical lockpick.
Yes. Do an infiltration roll with +1 for the mechanical lockpick.
No successes on 8 dice.
Okay, you standing there, you trying different tactics on the security locker, and Suleiman is pinging you.
Saib.
Yes.
The reactor will overheat in 5 minutes.
Wonderful. Captain, bad news. You're gonna need to buy a new sword. We're going.
Yeah, let's go. Don't worry about that.
There's no way that you're going down. Someone else has to fly the ship to you, and you have to jump through the command bridge.
What about the people, the 2 we left by the airlock?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine, Captain. Pig?
Oh, no.
You're gonna need to bypass my key and just get the ship out into space, please.
Sure. Do you want me to fly?
Wonderful, yes. Just get in position. We'll see you in a few seconds. Right, Captain, this is gonna be fun. Have you ever done a space jump before? It's really easy.
Leap of faith, huh?
Yes, you've just gotta aim yourself, focus.
Yeah.
It's alright,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mention that I've only done it in training. I'm thinking in my mind, but...
You're heading out to the command bridge and to the far side of the viewpoint. And Pig, are you making your way to the cockpit?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Do I have a co-pilot somewhere in here?
Roll empathy roll.
Got a success of 2.
Yeah. I flew the Myra Triad years ago, but
Get in this seat.
yeah, okay.
We're gonna need to make an aerial evac of the captain from the. This is gonna be interesting. From the command bridge.
Are you kidding me? She is flickering the different panels. And are you ready?
Yeah, I'll take the seat and I start on my side, flickering my things, and I get to the steering wheel, whatever you call it.
Okay, launching in 3, 2, 1. Roll a pilot, Pig.
2 successes.
You launch. The ED field is down. You're leaving the hangar. You are turning the ship towards the command bridge.
T-minus 1 minute to reach safe
Distance.
from the Ghazali.
You have to do a jump. And I want you, Carlo, and I want you, Farouq, to roll dexterity roll. And I'm rolling for the co-pilot. the
I rolled 1.
1 success?
Yep.
I start running, and just as I'm getting to the end, I sort of have a sort of moment of really thinking that this situation is far worse than I really want it to be, and I kind of close my eyes. I just go, God damn it, Icons, just let me get off this goddamn ship.
Yes.
And I get 1 success.
Yeah. You're using the last of your air in the exos and spray it so you get the velocity to the ship. The co-pilot from the Vi crew stumbles and is hitting a console, stumbles again, and he is not getting the air out of his exosuit.
Ah! Help me!
But it's too late. You have pushed out and you're getting towards the red moon. Pig, you have to roll a technology roll or a data gain roll to open the hatch so they can enter the ship, so you can leave.
Yeah. I try to open the airlock for them to get in after I'm in position. Okay. Technology. Let's go. I know this. Come on, Red Moon.
Don't leave me here!
You see that the Vi crew member didn't get his exosuit right, and he's just tumbling about in the command bridge.
I turn my head because there's nothing else I can do. I'm not changing my position. I know that for a space jump you need to commit. But I do turn my head and just sort of frown a little. And then into the comms, I say to Suleiman, "Hey, Suleiman, nice knowing you."
You as well, Sahib. We will see each other sooner than you think, Sahib. Safe travels.
And I roll 2 successes.
The airlock opens and you are both the captain and the pilot of the Red Moon is entering the airlock. The new co-pilot screaming, "Hit it! Hit it! We have to go now!"
I close the door and I do full throttle away.
And the entire ship is shaking as you leave the Ghazali, and you see that some part of it is starting to explode in small chain reactions. And then, as you leave, there's a bright light and flying, leaving this cursed place with a ship full of survivors, but still some are left on the main ship Ghazali. Somewhere you can hear their screams, some accepting their fate, some dying in agony. But you survived today.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the campaign Mercy of the Icons for Coriolis, which is published by Free League. Gamemaster was Palmquist, and we were also joined by Jungevall. The music was created by AlphaZone and Sabled Sun, and was used with permission from their label Cryochamber. Please check out cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for more of their lovely dark ambient. We also used the official Coriolis soundtrack by Stars on a Black Sea. The sound effects come from the Sirenscape sci-fi player and was used with permission from Sirenscape. With its ease of use, you might want to try it for your gaming table. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon: Martin Heuschober, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Bob Lange, Cameron, Antxon, Graham Barey, and Doug Thomson for their generous support. We would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult of Divinity Lost, Call of Cthulhu, and Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay there, as well as binge the rest of Last Voyage of the Ghazali and Emissary Lost. You can also get early and raw access to all of our recordings and hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play some Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and remember that the song leads us to the truth under a great winged shadow.